Hello and welcome back. We've adjusted our recording setup yet again. And are re-recording? What were we doing last time?
This is an excellent question. Oh no, we are.
I think we've just revealed that
because
there was a woman.
because we were about to get to the recess.
Yeah.
But we ran out of time.
Yeah.
Okay. Just one simple slip of the tongue.
You're gonna slip me the tongue?
Order! Council, explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. I may be a worm, but I don't perjure my witnesses.
Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Wow.
That's classified. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't. This can't be happening. Ryunosuke, judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Ouchie had any idea about it. He's too stupid.
Also, he doesn't have the influence. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Wonder which one it could be.
Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. Yeah, because we hadn't gotten to the reveal of who is doing the influencing.
But we have looked at the evidence already.
Oh yeah.
So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut.
Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here.
But how? How can we possibly?
Remember how we made progress before? By looking at things?
No.
we examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result.
Did we? I'm glad you remember that, Kazuma. Oh yeah, that's right.
No, because that's the thing, is that, like, I do legitimately think this is, like, a useful little bit of dialogue for people who do not immediately think to examine every piece of evidence they had.
Or for people who haven't played this in 6 months.
Yeah. But, like, if you already kind of, like, know how to play the game and, like, know what you're doing, you kind of know that you just have to, like, look at the evidence again.
Oh, yeah. Like, duh, girl, what else are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it?
Are you sure?
We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose. I want answers. It's just so funny to do this judge voice sometimes.
You're just like, I want answers. Where are my answers?
If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe. Please wait, Your Excellency. Oof. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I do nothing. I know nothing. And what does the defense have to say about all this?
Well, Your Excellency. I have no time to think. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head.
Because you're so stupid.
Or Sherlock Holmes. Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is
Nikotova!
Mikotova.
No.
Yes. Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san.
Hosonaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier?
No.
Poppycock. What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter cannot possibly have that level of influence.
Oh yeah, just the head waiter. Don't worry about it.
For once, I would agree with you. If, that is, the man truly were a waiter. Bum bum bum! What if he truly were? I'm like, oh no, spare. Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth. That business cards have two sides.
The back of the business card. Also known as the front of the business card.
The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question?
No.
I agree, it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything.
Sorry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that is interest.
I beg your pardon?
Or perhaps I should have said, the front. Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is.
Mm-hmm. Would someone please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say?
Turn over the card.
Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession.
The real profession all along.
The waiter's profession? But surely... Good gracious! I was born yesterday! And don't know about the fucking chief inspectors in my own precinct, or whatever you call it in Japan.
I would not be surprised if, like, a judge doesn't know, like, all of the police, even, like, the chief inspector. I feel like the chief inspector isn't, like, that high of a position. Like, the judge would know them, personally.
I mean, I'm not saying that, like, it's like a plot hole or anything.
Yeah.
It's more of a, damn, they really are not communicating with each other in this new legal system.
Oh, God, no, not even a little bit.
Because, like, yeah, I will also, like, it's a lot more excusable because it's super new. That, like, obviously a more established system, you would have him be able to, like, whisper in someone's ear, like, I'm undercover, don't blow this for me.
Or, like, speak to the judge beforehand. Like, we already had a meeting with the judge before the freaking court. Is it because he wasn't able to get his own meeting before court started?
Yeah, and I do think that because he was on a completely different case, he was just hoping it wouldn't be a problem. But anyway, he's wrong.
Anyway. Turns out it was the biggest problem.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. I was like, at a moment of, isn't the title even longer than that? I was like, oh no, it's plenty long. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses, they're in the stand. What in fact I got it. Was it, in fact, the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well... Oh. Oh, no, never mind, okay. I was like, is it our girl? But no, it's Tosunaga.
Inspector Hosonaga? Our girl doesn't come back till later.
Yeah. She does come into the courtroom at one point, though.
Yeah. It was yeah, because she's the one who delivers something important later.
I remembered what she delivers. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's
later. Because she's always coming in clutch, and that's why Susato is best girl.
See, I'm just starved for my darling wife in this courtroom, so I'm like, is that her? No, it's not.
Is it her yet? Please. Please.
I was worried something like this might happen.
Yummy.
The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well...
Well, fuck.
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once! Of course. Here you are.
Yes, I remember now. I didn't remember before, but I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card.
I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake. So, you mean to say, you really are a detective?
But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Of course.
I was working undercover. Shut up.
Okay. Undercover? What does that mean?
Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would have also been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner, therefore I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? Correct, Your Excellency.
Unbelievable!
As I suspected.
Thanks.
As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, who I assumed to be an Englishwoman.
Well, I mean, yes, because...
Look at her.
Look at her.
No, I love when they bring this lady in, and Kazuma's like, you could not find a better way to describe that woman than a woman.
That was just a lady? You didn't even talk about the fucking bird on her goddamn head.
So, the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the Bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Special orders? You mean to say?
Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once.
That was it? There's no mention of not talking. Oh, never mind.
It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders.
But what if this English woman was the killer?
I think it would be in everyone's best interest to not pursue that idea.
What?
The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect?
Well, that would be all their fault, wouldn't it?
Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. As we all know, white-on-white violence doesn't exist.
Uh-huh.
It's so funny. So that's the reason for the appearance of the Phantom Woman in this case.
But it's not right.
One possibility does spring to mind.
What do you mean, Cosmo?
Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young Englishwoman.
Is it? I'm sorry, is there only one white woman on campus?
I mean, like, because I will say, that is like a very strange line to me. Because yes, at the time, women would have still been pretty rare, but
Yeah.
like, not unheard of.
Well, like he does get like very specific that it's like specifically in the mental faculty, Jesus Christ, medical faculty. Oh, that she's like studying under, but also, girl, what?
Yeah, because like, I feel like they could have like reworded it like a little bit better to be like, hey, there's a bunch of like English people there, and I know that there is a woman in this department, like an
Yeah.
English woman in this department, at least one.
Mm. Yeah. But it's like the way he phrases it doesn't make it seem like that's the only one.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour.
I'm not.
When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector! The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Josiah Brett.
You good?
Very real name for a very real Englishwoman. She is indeed a foreign exchange student studying in the research laboratory at Yume University's medical faculty.
What is it with medical faculty and the both of us not even being able to freaking get it straight?
I mean, I feel like it should be facility, but technically that's the right word. I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene, and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with the situation. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However...
I'm sorry, I love that they just like cut to him for that. Like, what?
However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. But Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Council.
Don't piss your pants, bitch.
I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom. Ugh. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir? You will locate this Jezile Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency.
I'm not gonna lie. I know it's supposed to be, I don't know, whatever the fuck that is. But like, every time I have to recall her name, like outside of this game, I want to say that her name is Jezebel Brent.
Because I do... I'm not sure if they are actually riffing off of Jezebel, because if they are, they've made a bit of a misstep. Because, like, okay, it's not like there's no reason for her name to be like that, but also why is her name like that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
What
do you have to hide?
Well, because, okay, the thing is if one wants to hide, why would you pick a name like that?
Why would you pick the worst fake name in the world?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Even though, okay, unless you're really, especially given her character, that she's really doing a bit where she's like, these silly Japanese will try to guess my real identity, and they will give this name, and they will be laughed off the face of the planet, because what a fake fucking name.
What a fake fucking name.
But anyway.
Name is fake as fuck.
We haven't even introduced her, and we're already, like, giving away her whole bit. At once, Your Excellency. But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given by the Police Bureau. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly.
So it won't be a problem?
Nothing will get in my way.
He's so funny.
God.
Nothing will get in my way except for this tuberculosis.
Yeah, I know. Please get that checked out, sir.
Please, I'm begging.
Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Jezile Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Yes. Your Excellency! Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening.
To be continued. Hello everyone, this is Utsu. Thanks for watching our video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also share this wherever. I don't care if you have a follower on Twitter or if you share it on Tumblr. Sharing just means that we get more views. We hope that you enjoy the featured art here. If you would like to get your art featured on our channel at the end of our videos, please check our description for contact information. Please tune in next time. Thank you.